Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't make a lot of videos, um, but I felt like I thought something positive, and I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. You know what? Living in the United States, sorry, I'm a little drunk. Living in the United States of America is fantastic, and one of the greatest things awarded to us is freedom of speech. We love it, and in fact, we almost take advantage of it. In fact, not almost, we do. Um, we're used to that, and actually we're really lucky to have that, and for all the people that have died for that freedom for us to be able to do that. It's time for us to be able to take a look at ourselves and do it better. And so I wanted to try to bring light to a subject that has kind of bothered me. I think America has forgotten, regardless of what you are, Republican, Democrat, offended, not easily offended. America has forgotten how to talk. We have very sensitive people that get just insane and start attacking other people over when they get offended. And we have ruthless people that are very instilled in their thoughts and their way of thinking, and they want to belittle other people. The internet is just a thunderdome of, I guess you can call it a thunderdome of freedom of speech, but it's not about making our point anymore. It's about belittling other people. Ultimately, we're all on the same side. Freedom of speech, should be us communicating with each other. We should be talking about the things that are important to us. But most importantly, and what I want to make the point of today, is you need to make one of two distinctions: whether or not you are able to talk personally, or whether or not that person that you are talking to is going to be able to understand and actually have a conversation with you. Maybe you guys can talk calm and you don't come to terms. Maybe you give them a different way of thinking. Maybe they give you a different way of thinking. If you are able to be open about that, that's what we should be using freedom of speech about. That's where ignorance is lost. That's where knowledge and wisdom and putting the shoe on the other foot is gained. Um, there is certain issues with everybody. Maybe you can talk about one thing. There's Everybody has something that they don't feel comfortable, or something that they're super passionate about because it affected their life, or somebody that they really care about, that whenever you say that in front of them, they're going to flip a switch. Um, you know, that shit's going to happen every once in a while, but let's say that you have one of those instances with somebody that you're really close to, and you didn't realize that they felt this way. Sometimes, especially when alcohol is involved, you need to be able to walk away. You need to be able to be like, okay, this is a conversation that we should not be having. You are both beating your head against a brick wall. You're going to cause hate. You're going to cause indifference. You're going to cause separation between those very people. And that's the hardest thing, because you always have those conversations with people that you're like, wow, you were important to me. I thought you thought this way, and you don't. That really fucking bothers me. What you need to decide is say, okay, is this person, do you want to keep them in your life? Does what they believe affect you so much to where you're like, fuck you, I'm just going to cut you out? Maybe some things. If I just was hanging out with this guy and then I just figured out he was just like a closet racist and just hated anybody of any other skin, yeah, all right. I don't really care if he's a cool guy. I'm done with you. But, you know, there's other things that people split differences with it. They just go their opposite ways. I mean, you guys are lifelong fucking friends, and they're having conversations about transgender and stuff. Does that stuff really affect your life that much? If you feel a certain way and you don't get along with your friends, maybe just kind of keep it to yourself. Vote, do what you want to do to pass whatever you believe, because that's your American right. It's your right to vote. It's your right to speak up. But you have to pick and choose. It's not some random guy. It's your friend, or maybe it is a random guy. Maybe you could better yourself. Maybe you could be like, hey, man, and not go for some hateful bullshit thing. Be like, hey, man, this is how I think. And then if they respond some other way, maybe you could just let it go. Be the bigger person. But ultimately, you got to be able to decide. And you got to be able to read that person. Is this person important? Is this worth it? Is this worth having the conversation? Sometimes, no matter what passion tells you, it's not worth having. And I believe we all know that. But let's just do this, America. Let's talk about it. These are the issues that are separating us, and we're letting it. We're better than this. One of the strongest nations out there, right? How many people have bled for that right? Let's not spend it being offended. Let's spend it enlightening ourselves, talking, doing things. Let's get back together. Anyway, I hope you guys found something of it. I guess I'm going to watch and make sure I wasn't too drunk. But I think I'm going to post it anyway because, well, fuck it. That's what we were talking about. I don't really care what you think anyway. I'm going to think what I think. And if you have a problem, you can bring it to the doorstep. I'll be honest, I'm not going to let it bother me. It's your right to tell me, and it's my right not to care and not to let it affect me. Because you know what? I'm not going to give you power over me. Good night, America.